All right. So in this case, what I want to do is determine the measure of an individual interior angle and exterior angle. So exterior, let's start with that. We know that the sum of all exterior angles, the sum, Zach, of all exterior angles is always going to be? Good, Zach. You have a high-pitched voice now. Good. Yeah, 360 degrees. That is going to be the sum. But I want to find the measure of the individual angle. Individual. So the individual angle is going to be, now remember, this is of a regular. I'm sorry, this should be an octagon that's a regular octagon. That means all the angles and all the sides are congruent to each other. Now, if it's regular and I have the sum of all the angles is 360, that 360 is split among, how many angles does an octagon have? 8. So I need to take 360 and divide it by 8. And 360 divided by 8, did anybody get that? 44? 45. So therefore, the measure of each exterior angle is 45 degrees. Now, the next thing we need to do is determine the interior angles. Now we know the sum for exterior is pretty easy. It's always 360 no matter what type of figure you have. But for interior angles, we have to go through our formula, which remember is for the sum, we have to use the formula n minus 2 times 180 degrees, right? So therefore, it would be 8 minus 2, which will be 6. 6 times 180 is 1080. 1,080 degrees. Does that make sense, right? Anybody? But remember, that sum of interior angles is split up amongst how many angles again? 8. So to find the individual angle, I need to take 1,080 and divide it by 8. And I get 135. OK? So ladies and gentlemen, when you're determining the measure of an individual angle, all right, please listen to this. When you are determining the measure of an individual angle, it doesn't matter if it's interior or exterior. The polygon has to be regular. But what you do is you take the sum. It could either be the sum of exterior or the sum of interior. And then you always divide it by the number of sides. All right? The difference is exterior, we always know the sum is 360. Interior, you have to apply the formula to find the sum. All right? You just find the sum and then divide it by the number of sides. OK?